Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bucket is good. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now here's Brunson. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Now here is Conley. Over to the wing. Uncovered. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, someway, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Outside, Towns. On the wing, Bridges. Bangs home the trifecta.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Bridges. And again, it's New York.
What a wingspan on this young man. Able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Now here's Gobert. Unable to get that one. Towns with the defensive effort. Down low. Unhindered. Going all the way.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
To the paint. Gobert, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
That's too hard. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Timberwolves making a change here. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Here's Brunson. He has 5. Minnesota with the rebound. Edwards with it. Brunson picks him up. To the inside. Reed. There's the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Brunson. From deep three-point land, Julius Randle with the rebound. And Randle has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. Baseline J on the way. Edwards can't hit. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Brunson. The 3. Brunson with another miss. Here's Edwards. Takes it off the glass. That's 7 points for Anthony Edwards.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Into the lineup for your New York Knicks, number 2.
Bridges outside for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Tonight's first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. New York ahead, up 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New York.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Owen. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. To the middle. Back to Hart. He had stolen by Ingles. Pass to McBride. There's a screen. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And another turnover here by New York.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Number 33.
Timberwolves trail. Miller outside. Fires the 3. Here's Reed. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist.
That's from
Reed's got 5 points so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Payne. Still yet to score. Miller grabs the miss. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Payne can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 3. Inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Now here's Brunson. He has 5. Clock at 6. There's the drive. New York, no good that time either. Now the Timberwolves with it. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
That is big-time strength from Anthony Edwards. He's got the perfect basketball frame.
17 foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Now here's Brunson. To end the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And one thing among many, Doors, that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive. Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
You see the problem of this trade, then you know what to do. Now it's your road.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Conley left side. Out to the right wing. Randall down low. Out to Edwards. And no good that time. Good D by Anunoby. Johnson with it. Picked up by Edwards. In the corner, it's Bridges. Back to Anunoby. Bridges outside. And here's Brunson outside. Connects from three-point range. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris' horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all missed significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Here's Bridges. Michael Conley making his last shot. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Edwards looking it over. Offline with his three. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Left side, Towns. It's good.
Yeah, this team is at its best when Towns is looking to establish himself on the interior.
27-25.
Picked by Randall. To the inside. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Towns. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 2. I'm going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Minnesota making a switch. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
Timberwolves leading by 6. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen. Yeah, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. McBride. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
It's stolen by Gobert. Towns with the steal. Now McBride. From deep three-point land. Dillingham wide open, and he fires. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
On the wing, Anunoby. Out to Brunson. Stolen by McDaniels. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What hustle!
Boy, with the kind of motor Edwards plays with, doesn't give the defense much of a chance to catch him in transition. Nicely done, Anthony.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. You look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Reed misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Brunson for three. Likes the look and dreams it.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
Timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Minnesota making a switch. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to McBride. Here's Payne. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Shannon.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing, and those are exactly the kind of role.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
Substitution for your Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns.
Off the inbound, driving to the basket. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. Here's Anunoby. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Shannon. And that one is hammered home.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Off to Alexander Walker. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Goes up on the high post. It's rebounded by Towns.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And so it's Minnesota up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint.
The Timberwolves, 51.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Knicks trailed by 12. Here's Brunson. Gobert with the block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting.
What a sweet jam by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And the foul.